This is a short video highlighting some of the animal biodiversity that you might find on a peat bog. Obviously, at different times of the year, you're going to find different things depending on what plants are flowering, for example. But generally speaking, peatlands are such hotbeds of plant biodiversity that you're also going to find a huge amount of invertebrate life. So that includes hoverflies, beetles, as well as slugs and snails. This is a beautiful example of a carrion beetle, further proof that there's a wide variety of mammal life on the peat bog as well. Because of the high levels of moisture and water, peat bogs are a great habitat for amphibians, just like this frog. Here's some frog spawn we found earlier in the year. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too early and these examples had frozen. Later on in the year, you'll start to see tadpoles, and you might be really lucky and get to see a newt or two. This is a male palmate newt. Actually wasn't found on a peatland, but it gives you an idea of some of the animals that you might find if you look closely. Mammals and birds are more tricky to spot. Birds, if you've got your binoculars, you might get lucky, but mammals, what we quite often will do is we'll use footprint traps or camera traps. So this is a fox's footprint, and this is a camera trap, not set up on a bog, but just to give you an example. This is a bog we were on recently, obviously being visited by a badger. You can see the fur, and this looks like goose poo. You also get some amazing reptiles. So we've got a common lizard and an adder. Finally, I'm going to show you an owl pellet. So one of the barn owls living nearby dropped a beautiful pellet on a bog, and they'd obviously been feeding on voles, as we can tell from these teeth. The last weird thing is something called star jelly. Star jelly is really quite weird, and there's a lot of different theories as to where it might come from. The best guess scientifically is that it's regurgitated bits of frog spawn.